Hey, what do guys? So it's Hey Mitch, and I'm doing my Hey Mitch review on the new Star Wars movie, Rise of Skywalker. Let's get into it, yeah!
Your destiny. The Force will be with you. Always.
So for my friends on Facebook and those who follow me on Instagram, I already mentioned that I thought this movie was trash. And you know, after sleeping on it and giving it more time, giving it more thought and thinking about it, no, it's still trash. I mean, if you enjoy this movie, totally fine, cool, I know. At best, maybe it's mixed reviews. So I know there's people who do like it, right? And there's people like my sister who said they went into this not really knowing anything about it, having zero expectations, and pretty much going into this movie as if it was Return of the Jedi, something that they were just being immersed in it and just enjoying it for what it was. And you know what? Yeah, cool, totally awesome. I'm glad there are people who enjoyed it, you know? But if you're like someone who is like me, who is all into the canon and lore, someone who has been already invested into all the leaks and everything, yeah, I mean, it was trash. I mean, not to say this whole movie was horrible, right? There was endearing parts of it, and I will admit that there's parts that is enjoying, right? Like the whole, let's just straight up say, the whole Leia sequence, the whole Leia part into it. At the very least, I'm glad that it was done as well as they could, you know, and I'm really glad that it wasn't overly cheesy or anything. It just really was, it was done very well, right? I also enjoyed Poe's moments, you know, his character development-ish, meeting Felicity Carey Russell and all of that, learning about his past, kinda, only the 2 seconds of it. I mean, this movie is really fast-paced, and that's the part where I don't like, but I'll get into that. But, you know, with Poe being with his quick banter, you know, when people are saying, like, hey, you used to be a spice runner, he's like, you used to be a stormtrooper, you used to be a scavenger, it just harkens back into The Force Awakens when he's talking to Kylo, like, I talk, you talk type thing. And so, yes, I like that part, and I do like Kylo going back to Ben Solo, and I feel like it was overall in this trilogy, his struggle was very shallow. Like, you feel like his pull to the light side was always there. He's going to always turn good, but you know, I still like I still like having it played out, right? So yeah, sure, there are parts that are enjoyable, sure, of course, but when it comes to this whole movie, there's just a lot of holes, a lot of things that are done just not as done well as it should. And I get that J.J. Abrams pretty much had to make up for the last movie, so do 2 movies in one, but it doesn't make, even then, that doesn't excuse you to mess up everything in Star Wars, right? Like, even though we understand magic works, Force is magic, it's not an excuse that it just works however the directors feel like it. There should be structures and rules, and there was up until these new trilogy movies, right? But okay, so overall, like I said, I enjoyed the movie per se, but it was still trash. Like, whereas other people could look over all the details and say they like it and all that stuff, that's cool, but I can look past the lens flare. I can look past all the fast pacing and bad storytelling and realize where it's making its mistakes, right? And that with the part that kind of sucks, I did not want to go into this movie with a notepad in mind, but already in the opening crawl, it's just voices from the shadows or whatever, and then I legit sat there and we're doing this opening crawl, we're going straight into this, I knew the leaks going into it, but it didn't hurt. I knew the punches were coming, but it didn't hurt any less, right? And it's just like, I really had to sit there and like pause and just calm myself down and like just go through the motions of this movie, just watch it for what it is. And by the opening sequence, it's just we're already there, right? And that pretty much goes into this video, like the top 5 things I hate about this movie or whatever, or 5 things that this movie breaks canon and everything. And so yeah, so with all that said, I'll go straight into my portion where what I don't like about this film, and I'll just do it in a top 5 or why this movie like breaks all rules of Star Wars and everything. So at number 5 we have they fly now. Yeah, we're gonna go there. Like, so already with that one, you know, that spot has already been said. Like, we already knew that, we already saw that with TV spot, people already talked about it. Yes, on Star Wars Rebels, which is canon, there's rocket troopers that are in there, and Star Wars Rebels is like a year before the Battle of Yavin, and so
troopers incoming. Ezra, I need you guys up top now. Saw, can I count on you?
In a fight against the Empire? Anytime.
There are rocket troopers, and I believe, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, in the comic books, the new canon comic books, Poe Dameron already goes against rocket troopers in the comic books, so they shouldn't be surprised. And that's the thing that kills me. Like, if one person said it, I wouldn't care. They fly now, and then yeah, they do that or something. It's just they want to do a comic trope of like a Three Stooges, 3 people saying they fly now. It's so stupid. Like, again, we're only at number 5, and so yeah. At number 4, we have TIE fighters do not have hyperdrives. Alright, I was screaming in my insides when I saw this, right? TIE fighters do not have hyperdrives. TIE fighters do not have hyperdrives. TIE fighters do not have hyperdrives. Unless you are a TIE, like Interceptor or Vader's like personal TIE fighter, or Kylo Ren's variant, TIE fighters do not have hyperdrives. And even if they did, let's just say they had an upgrade, which they didn't. Or at least someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I would bet money on it. I guess maybe, I don't know, $5. But anyway, I would bet that they do not have hyperdrives. Okay, so even if they did, the whole light speed skipping does not make any sense, right? The whole premise of tracking someone through like light speed was only for the Star Destroyer in the last movie, Last Jedi, the Supremacy, whatever, and you're not supposed to be tracking the Millennium Falcon. You're supposed to just jump once and you're gone, you're good, you can't track it. And then even another level to that, the light speed jumping, that doesn't make any sense because he's jumping through atmosphere, through planet to planet. No, if you're gonna just do a random jump, you're gonna end up, most likely, probability wise, you're gonna end up in regular space. Like, the fact that you're jumping planet to planet does not make any sense, and it's stupid. So one, TIE fighters do not have hyper engines to do that. They shouldn't be following you, and one jump should just make you go into space and you should be good. It's just, these are the things that, like, for the normies, they don't get it. But the people like us that know about all the, like, lore and specs and all this good stuff, it's problems. We have problems here. It's like, what the hell? Like, At number 3, we have Avatar Rey, the last Skybender. Like, yes, I know it's Airbender, but for the sake of analogies, it's Skybender. But like, she's the Avatar. She can commune with all the Jedis. the first scene we see her, right? She's levitating. She has rocks around her like Avatar Aang. She can heal like Katara. She can throw her lightsaber like a boomerang like Sokka. And she never does any of these other tricks later on in the movie, which is stupid. And then she can force pull a transport, 5 miles away? 2 miles away in the sky? No, and she can force lightning like Zuko. She is the last Skybender. My goodness. All the force powers that she can do is insane. It's insane. I get it. She's a Mary Sue. And that... Why? Don't even talk about even the force teleporting. Why are we doing this? Okay, you know what? So if anything, I will give it to you about the force healing. Let's just say, because already in an episode right before the movie aired, we saw Baby Yoda do it. And you can always say, Baby Yoda is his species more in tune to the light side of the force, blah, 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 sure, okay, whatever. And then Rey maybe read books or whatever, sure, whatever. I'll give you the force healing. Everything else, no. No. And then if anyone is supposed, or the force ghost too, what the hell, what are we doing here? Now they can be materialized or at least grab into objects and lift and use Jedi telekinesis. What is going on? And see, things like that, it's stupid. What's the point of having that now? There's rules about all of this, and what's the point? They should have just had Luke fight the Emperor all this time. Yeah, I know, and that's not original. Other people have mentioned that, and that's fine. But it's just, why are we doing, oh my goodness. Of course she has to know all the powers. Because she's Avatar Rey. Avatar Rey, the Sarlacc pit Skywalker. Oh my goodness, we're going there. Okay, at number 2, Skywalker. Rey Skywalker. She's a Palpatine. The Palpatines win. She's a Palpatine. The Palpatines win. She is not a Skywalker. She steals a Skywalker name. She steals Luke's house. Pi has the X-Wing still instead of the Millennium Falcon. Has both Leia and Luke's lightsabers. And yeah, she's a Skywalker. No, she steals it. And she didn't earn it. No, she did not. She did not earn it. She did not earn it. She did not earn it. I did another video on this. I'll link it below. I did a whole rant about it. So I'm not going to go focus too much on this other than she's a Sarlacc pit and she just sucks everything in. She steals it, and that's who Rey is. And at number 1 of why I do not like this movie, or what this movie fails or breaks canon, and what I hate about this movie, Rey has a yellow lightsaber. Where the hell did she make her lightsaber? Where did she find her kyber crystal? Why does she have a yellow lightsaber? If anyone's supposed to have a yellow lightsaber, it's supposed to be Leia. I could believe that was in Legends, that she had a yellow lightsaber, or maybe it was in one of the video games. But if anyone has a yellow lightsaber, it should have been Leia, okay? But she has a yellow lightsaber, okay? A yellow lightsaber is reference to the temple guards. It's a reference to Jedi Sentinels, that they have a balance between consulars and guardians. And of course they would give her a yellow lightsaber. At least it's not orange, because that's one of the most rarest ones, right? But she still has a yellow lightsaber, and that's number 1 for me, because I would want a yellow lightsaber. And I think that's more of a travesty, blasphemy, because more than a Skywalker thing, because it's one thing that you identify it, but now you have a yellow lightsaber, and I wanted to scream, and then while other people were clapping at this and everything, no, she shouldn't have a yellow lightsaber. This whole movie, see, it's just I can't watch the movie enjoying it, knowing that I know actually I probably can. I can just probably just in the back of my mind just subdue this and just enjoy the movie for what it is. But it's just these moments that kills me because like we already know that Kathleen Kennedy didn't care about this, Jar Jar Abrams didn't care about this, right? But those of us who love The Mandalorian, those who watch Rebels, for those of us who've been following Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, yes, we know the canon and all that stuff, and so it just sucks. It sucks that you guys are doing this. It just really sucks. So overall, like I said, there are parts that I enjoyed in the movie, but I gave you the 5 points that I don't like about this movie, where it breaks canon, the 5 things that I hate about this movie or whatever. And so, yeah, I don't know. Moving forward, what's gonna happen, you know, we'll see how The Mandalorian is, and you know, where there's one more episode left, and I know Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down in 2021, maybe Dave Filoni is gonna step in, and so maybe there will be hope in the future, and I don't know if any of us is gonna treat the trilogy canon and whatever. Obviously, they're gonna, like, the actors have said that they don't want to do recurring roles in their as their characters and all that stuff, and so they don't have any faith in the film. And then obviously the directors Rian Johnson, J.J. Abrams broke everything in this franchise, and so yeah, I mean, Fallen Order. I should do a review on that. That was good storytelling, and that was a good canon and lore and everything that happened in that one. And so yeah, you know, moving forward, I think obviously maybe they'll just go way back in the old Republic, do that. If not, maybe there's a story to be told in the outer regions, the unknown regions, and we'll just talk about Ahsoka and Ezra, and maybe if Cal Kestis is alive and all that stuff. And so yeah, maybe we'll just forget about Rey, leave her on Tatooine, leave her on the Sarlacc pit that she is. And so yeah, if anything, so here's the thing. So I was thinking, to wrap this up, you know, if they're gonna double down on this whole Force Ghost thing and do stupid things in this movie, like they should have, like in the arena, in the Sith arena on Exegol, with all the audience members in the arena, right? They should have all raised red lightsabers, right? You know, like you're gonna be like, oh shit, there's like a whole stadium of Sith warriors, right? And then they should do it endgame. You should have Force Ghosts, Luke and Anakin and Yoda and Obi-Wan and Leia, and have them all line up defending Rey. It'll be stupid, but at least it will be cheesy, and at least I'll be like, okay, you're doubling down, you know? At least you're bringing a callback all in CGI form, you know? But whatever. Rise of Skywalker, Rise of the Skybender. So thank you so much for those who have watched this up to this far. You can follow my channel, and you can follow me on my Instagram at HeyMitchMitch, where I do other posts on like quick TV reviews, and as well as here on my channel. And you can also follow me on my joint channel, It's Mandatory Fun, where I do other videos with my friend Jen. So until next time, thanks for watching. Peace, peace, peace. Be with you always.